Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today you'll be learning how to make a search engine using HTML5, CSS3, and JavaScript 2. So before I tell you how I made it, you need to understand how a search engine works. So I think we should get started. Search engines work by crawling over 100 billion websites to find what you want. But you might be asking yourself, what is a web crawler? A web crawler is a bot that scans the internet to find something. Now, this might seem a little bit confusing, but there is a back end and a front end to websites. Back end websites used for websites are Ruby, Python, SQL, and sometimes JavaScript, but there are many, many more than that. Those are just a few examples. Some front-end languages, on the other hand, are HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. JavaScript falls into both categories because they can both do the heavy lifting and just be there for looks. Front-end designers are what makes your website look like a website instead of looking like a blank nothingness, basically. But they're mostly for looks and just to use the back end. Back-end designers, on the other hand, are the brains of the operation. They do the work to make your websites functional, while the front end are just there to utilize that and just design a good-looking website with the back end. So yeah, so what I use in this video is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So yeah, I think we should go on to the actual computer so I can show you how the code works. Alright, so see ya. Okay, now that we're in the computer, now I can make my very own customized search engine. So this is pretty good so far. So now let's continue. So right now I'm in the index.html, and all of this is just for show. But all that matters for us right now, at least in this video, is this line of code right here. Now, if you go to there, then what you do is you go to, and I will open the file. So right here is what basically makes the entire search engine work. I did borrow this from Google CSE, very nice tool. So, you should use it. You should check it out one time if you can. So what I did is, well, I didn't, but So all of this is just to start everything, and also to make what is it called? Like error codes and stuff like that. So all that matters really is all of this right here. The bulk of it, this is basically what's probably the most necessary. So the CX, I will be blurring this out. This will be blurred out because it's like a password basically. And the language is EN for English. The theme is just a default. I didn't really want to change it that much. The UI options. So in the results URL, it's a very good idea to link your, if you don't want this to redirect to like another thing, another like place. Like for example, I know that this used to redirect to cse.google.com, but the results URL is pretty important because this can redirect your search onto that engine, onto like the page that you want. So enable autocomplete, I enabled it because it's pretty nice, it's pretty nifty. Enable image search, it's not that necessary, but it is nice to have. Image search layout, just keep it as pop-up. Just set the result size, I just left it as filtered CSE. Enable order by, leverins, the labels, well, how you want to order them. Like, for example, you can do like sort by new, or like how you can like search like for new or old. So overlay results means like a pop-up, which I just personally don't really like. And then a link target, it's the same thing, but just in case, I was just, wait, no. Yeah, this was just some leftover code. You don't need to worry about it. Query parameter search, I left it as Q because it just looks cleaner. And the number top requirements, don't worry about this. Hide element branding, this one, it's, you know how like if you go onto a website and you search it up, it says made by Google or something. Hide element branding is nice because you can hide like the really like bad looking Google thing. And the CSS theme version, keep this, because if you change it, you'll probably ruin something. Safe search, is safe search active? If you're like making like a kids search website, I don't know really why you would, but other people have, you know, choices. So so you can choose if safe search is active, which will try to eliminate any like weird content. The protocol, if you don't have an SSL certificate, keep it as HTTP, because if you don't, it's gonna like tell everyone, hey, this is not HTTPS. So you know, if you're not willing to spend like $80 on to get an SSL certificate, it's a very good idea to change this from HTTPS to HTTP. And the raw CSS, this is just naming everything. This is just the how it's supposed to look. The CSE token, I will be hiding this as well. It's like a double password basically. Is hosted page. I didn't use this. I'm pretty sure that this means that like Google will know if this is gonna be hosted on your own website. But for me, as you can tell, it clearly didn't really matter. And the expiration date is Creative Commons, so never. The library version of the CSE, just this and this, and the USQP is CAI / U003D. Yeah, so I'm gonna show you the website that I did create. So this is what my website looks like. So it has a decently basic look to it. And yeah, and it also has dark mode. The dark mode right here. So to any of those people that like dark mode on literally everything, you know, this works too. And I can type in, let's say, Apple, for example. It would put basically everything here. You can the sort by, remember that I showed you right here 22 hours ago. It's from newest to oldest. And the web search is right here, as you can tell. It clearly works. Got the Apple Design Awards, everything. And yeah, and also I also have a customized 404 page. I'll probably make this in the second. I'll show you how to do this in the second video. So yeah, it's like that, and then you can go home and it takes you home. Pretty self-explanatory. I hope you liked the video. Please subscribe. I spent like 50 hours over 50 hours to create that animation. It took way too much. This took like a really long time. Please do subscribe. It would help me out a ton, and you can always unsubscribe later. But anyways, see you guys later.